the situation in Haiti has regrettably worsened. There are more than 700,000 internally displaced persons, which means 22% increase in the last 3 months. The political process, despite initial advances, which I reported already in July, is now facing significant challenges, turning hope into deep concern. The humanitarian situation is even more dire today. On 3 October, a horrific and brutal gang attack on the small town of Pont-Sondé in the Artibonite department left 115 civilians dead and dozens injured. The attack highlighted the insecurity in which Haitians are forced to live and has further exacerbated the humanitarian crisis. The announcement made by President Ruto of Kenya on the deployment in the coming weeks of further contingent to complement the already deployed forces is, of course, very well received. The two-headed executive needs to act in unity and with greater sense of responsibility to address the country's most pressing challenges.
U.S. Attorney Jeanine Pirro on Tuesday announced an indictment in Washington, D.C., accusing Jimmy Barbecue Cherizier and Bazile Richardson, a naturalized U.S. citizen, of conspiring to send U.S. funds to finance Cherizier's Haitian gang. The Department of Justice, DOJ, said Cherizier is a fugitive and is believed to be in Haiti. His co-defendant, Richardson, who also goes by Fredo, Fred Lyon, Leo Danger, and Lepe Blode, was arrested in Pasadena, Texas on July 23rd. Pirro said Tuesday that Cherizier is a gang leader who orchestrated and committed various acts of violence against Haitians. In 2020, the U.S. sanctioned Cherizier under the Magnitsky Act for his alleged human rights violations. His indictment makes it the first of its kind for an individual sanctioned under the International Magnitsky Human Rights Accountability Act, Pirro added. Richardson and Cherizier grew up together in Haiti, though the former later became a naturalized U.S. citizen and was living in North Carolina. Richardson was indicted for allegedly sending money to Cherizier, knowing that he had been sanctioned under the Magnitsky Act. I want to let the public know that anyone who was giving money to Cherizier, also known as Barbecue, because of his violent acts in his home country, cannot say, I didn't know that he was sanctioned by the U.S. government, Pirro said. They will be prosecuted, and we will find them because they are supporting an individual who is committing human rights abuses, and we will not look the other way. The State Department's Transnational Organized Crime Rewards Program announced Tuesday that it is offering a reward of up to $5 million for information leading to the arrest or conviction of Cherizier. Anyone with information about his whereabouts is encouraged to contact the State Department. There's a good reason that there's a $5 million reward for information leading to Cherizier's arrest. He's a gang leader responsible for heinous human rights abuses, including violence against American citizens in Haiti, Pirro said. The U.S. government sanctioned Cherizier in 2020 because he was responsible for an ongoing campaign of violence, including the 2018 La Saline massacre, in which 71 people were killed, more than 400 houses were destroyed, and at least 7 women raped by armed gangs. Court documents show that Cherizier is a former officer in the Haitian National Police and leader of a gang known as the Revolutionary Forces of the G9 family and allies, which helped create a gang alliance called Vive Ensemble. The alliance united many of Haiti's criminal gangs in opposition to the legitimate government of Haiti. The indictment alleges Cherizier and Richardson, after Cherizier was sanctioned, led a wide-ranging conspiracy with people in the U.S., Haiti, and other places to raise money for Cherizier's gang activities in violation of the sanctions. Specifically, the two men solicited money from members of the Haitian diaspora in the U.S., after sending funds to intermediaries in Haiti for Cherizier's benefit. The U.S. and Haitian co-conspirators would send Cherizier images of receipts from money transfers, the DOJ said. Cherizier used these funds principally to pay salaries to the members of his gang and to acquire firearms from illicit firearms dealers in Haiti. The Trump administration, in May, designated Vive Ensemble and Grand Griffe, 2 of Haiti's most powerful gang networks, as foreign terrorist organizations and specifically designated terrorists. The move was aimed at disrupting the gang's operations and supporting efforts to restore order in the troubled Caribbean nation. The designations brought serious legal consequences. Individuals or entities that provide material support to Vivansam or Grand Grief could face criminal charges, loss of immigration benefits, or removal from the U.S.,